I think we all forgot how long that section is. When we started.
Did you know that song is just that?
Yeah.
For the longest time, I was like, what is this an instrumental to? And I looked it up. I was like, I don't even know how I looked it up, to be honest.
Well, we had a whole, because that's my shit. That was my #1 song on Spotify.
For real?
Yeah. Because remember, I told you, I was asking you if you knew the name of it.
Oh.
But then I was like, I sang it into Google.
Okay. And
it gave it to me, yeah.
Oh,
it's
shit.
called GBop.
GBop.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just that.
That's crazy. How did we hear that?
94.7 The Wave.
Oh, so it would just play that.
Yeah.
And then they use it a lot in commercials.
That's true.
Word? I never heard it.
I'm asking lyrics too.
That's how I heard
This
it.
is the GBop. GBop. This is the GBop.
No, I'm Tim. My name's not GBop. I'm just saying this is the GBop.
But we could call it the T-Bop.
Hey.
Oh my God.
Speaking
Speaking of Bebop and Rocksteady, Ninja Turtles is coming back in the theaters.
Okay.
Ninja Turtles.
Again?
Oh, yes, because the first one was in theaters last year because it was the 35th anniversary.
Secrets of the Ooze?
Secret of the Ooze is coming into the theaters, dog. That's #2, Nikki Blades.
Okay.
Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze.
It has
coming back
ninja
in
rap
the
in it.
theaters.
Ninja rap.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, you don't know?
No.
Ninja rap. Ninja rap. Bim, bim. Oh, you don't know?
No.
Oh, it's okay. Excuse boy. I understand. But this is the second Ninja Turtles movie. Bebop and Rocksteady were the. Oh no, that's the cartoon. What were the names of the fuck? It don't matter.
Things that look like Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yes, it should have been Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah, I never understood that.
Me neither. Okay, so my childhood. Okay?
Give us the lore.
I will give you the lore. I will tell you this: the first Ninja Turtle movie, #1, was the first PG movie that I saw in theaters with my dad, and I specifically remember it being PG because they were saying "what the hell" and "damn" and shit, and I was like, "Did Leonardo just say damn? Did Raphael just say what the hell? This is crazy." Okay. #2 came out. Vanilla Ice had a song called Ninja Rap. Okay. And it was just, #2, so fire. It's so good. It's so
cool.
funny. But
They dance.
they dance.
Dance?
It's so good.
I want to see.
It's back. Well, I don't know. Look, check your local listings.
Okay.
Nikki Blades. It's back in theaters, I think, this month of March. Because when #1 dropped last year in theaters, it made like millions. It like charted, dog. It's like top earning movie or some shit, like the top 10 or something like that.
It's amazing. It's the best practical effects costumes ever.
So it's back because it's the 35th year anniversary of that shit, bro. So I'm very hyped. I will make it a birthday treat because Nikki Blades, it's our birthday, month. By the time this one drops, my birthday will have passed, but yours is in a few days.
Yes.
Happy birthday to
Happy
us.
birthday.
Welcome Pisces season.
We are here.
Mm-hmm.
We are here.
I was going to say, don't make that one rhyme.
We are here, have no fear.
Yes.
Because they're queer.
And there's that. Cheers. Wow, bang, bang. Look at that. So yeah, man, I'm excited for that, Nikki Blades. Do you have birthday plans?
I don't. I mean, but I feel like that's every year. Like every year I don't really have, take that back.
Take that.
For the last 3 years, I've stopped making birthday plans. I had one real bad birthday experience where I organized things and people were like 2+ hours late.
Tell us about it. Please go into it. Oh, pause. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to No Chaser Podcast. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
Continue.
You know, I'll make this one quick because I've definitely said this before. Birthday party, only had a small group of people. We were going to a club that a friend of ours owned, but it was on an off night. And it was a real intimate thing. I had just gotten back from Japan and I had even little gifts to give. Maybe like the 4 friends that I invited.
Well, damn.
I get to the venue. My girlfriend Tina, shout out Annette, is DJing. She flew in from Hawaii to do this event, so she's DJing. We're in San Jose, so she's there. And then my one friend at the time that rode with me, it's just the two of us, and we're like, okay, we got to wait for everybody to get the bottles and do all that stuff, and we're waiting, and we're waiting. Hour goes by, and we're waiting.
Damn, a whole hour.
And then one of the other friends who I knew was going to be late, she shows up, and she's kind of like trying to manage the situation and keep everything cool. And it's like, nah, don't worry, they're on their way. 2 hours later.
Damn, 2 hours later.
They pull up. I know one friend is like, she's giving me Dana's giving me the eye like, I'm so sorry. Like she was riding with one girl and she's looking at me like, please don't be mad. Everybody knew that I was fuming at that point because I didn't do a big party this year. It was just a small, intimate group. So now we're trying to get past the stuff. We're already here. I'm already been drinking. We're going at it, you know, we're out. Then now that the girls are here, everybody wants to turn up. Guess who has to plan all the turn up stuff? Me. So now I'm arranging for us to go and do things. Next thing you know, we're at some underground strip club in San Jose in like a warehouse, by the way.
What's the name of it?
I don't know. Okay. I have no idea. Somebody, we made phone calls.
I don't know strip club.
Yeah, San Jose underground. Yeah. So now we're doing this. Everybody's having a good old time, trying to make the best of the night. And now you have a night that's mixed with a lot of alcohol, shrooms.
Shrooms.
Yeah, mushrooms were ingested.
So everyone has to poop as well.
Just weird feelings are happening. And then like the truth starts coming out.
Oh God.
Because I was sad. I was upset.
The truth of you.
No. I did, like, everybody's speaking. Now it's this whole, like, everyone's talking.
Oh, God, sounds terrible.
Right. It was not fun. The truth came out about me being like, I'm just really sad that you guys were so late because I didn't really plan to do anything this year. I only invited a few of you. I brought y'all gift bags from Japan.
You brought everybody gifts for your birthday.
I brought everybody gifts for my birthday, and y'all showed up 2 hours late. So I was really sad because I'm trying to, I was like, I thought this would be nice.
Yeah.
Tell me why one of the girls was like, it ain't all about you, Nikki. And I said, it's my birthday. What you mean it's not all about you? Then you got one, then she's going off like, you over here trying to bully everybody about this situation. Like, everybody got things going on. I was like, you were 2+ hours late. And then then she goes, yeah, that's why the so-and-so in the back isn't saying anything because she's afraid of you. The person in the back goes, I'm not afraid of Nikki.
Oh.
And she's like, she's not lying about what she's saying. And then there's just like, this whole dynamic is happening in the car to where I'm going, I thought I said this nicely. And thought we were in a safe space as friends to be like, hey, friends, I'm kind of sad. One friend was like, hell no, bitch. I don't care. Another friend was like, And then one friend threw up, and I was like, you part of the problem. She's like, nobody cares. I was like, oh, hell.
Nikki Blaze, what kind of friends are these?
It was a late night. Look, I told you the dynamic that was happening, okay? So everybody tried to like compensate for being late and turn up extra and just was like, we're going to make the best of it.
I think it's hilarious that like everyone was having a great time except for you. Like, no one was thinking about your birthday.
I was just like, but then I was organizing the stuff, and then there was other things that happened, and it was like I had to go find the person with the money so we could throw money at the strippers because ain't nobody want to pull out their own money. By the way, it sucks being in a group of girls where nobody got motion to get their own, like, how are we getting all this money to go throw? Because you don't go to the strip club and not throw money. That's rude. So then I'm over here having to talk to somebody and be like, hey, we all came out because you invited, because this, and now I'm working on my birthday essentially.
The thought of a bunch of girls going out and not being able to do anything because they're not used to paying for anything is hilarious.
It's fucking hilarious.
And then they look at me because I know everyone. So then I'm like, okay, cool. I made the arrangements for the club. I made the arrangements for the bottle. I made the arrangements for the strip club. I made the arrangements so these girls can have money to throw at the strippers. I got like, I'm over here and I'm like, it's my birthday. So after that, I was like, I'm good. If y'all want to do something, you can plan it. If I decide to throw something, my expectations are in hell when it comes to y'all showing up on time. And so then it's cool. So this year, I'm like, hey, friends, if you want to do something with me, don't feel like you got to organize anything extravagant. We can pick a day. It doesn't have to be on my actual birthday. Cool, we can hang out. If I decide to throw something and you can't make it, no pressure. But also, like, we're not going back. We're not going back to that whole dynamic of thinking it's ever okay to show up that late to something.
In my head, I imagine girls going to this is an all-girl night at the bar, no men allowed. And then everyone's just sitting at the bar looking at each other, not drinking. So what am
Who
I
gonna buy
supposed
me a
to
drink?
No.
What am I supposed to do here?
The thing is, maybe other girl groups, but because the way that it is when I go out, all my friends are spoiled.
Yeah.
Because we don't have to have dudes there. It's like we already know everybody at the spot. So the bottles just come.
Right.
Like a night out is really fun for us. And I can say like other girls, if y'all don't, that might suck for you, but it doesn't suck for me and my friends because I'm like turning down bottles. I took my, so I'm seeing someone. So I took the person that I'm.
Dun. Whoa. Go ahead.
I'm seeing someone, and I took him out essentially with me and someone that I'm going to be doing business with. And the fact that like the way that everything was, he looked at me at one point and was like, "Do we even pay?" And I was like, "No, it's already taken care of." And so he was like, he goes, "Wait." He kind of looked at me and went,
So, well, I guess I got to put out tonight.
I said, absolutely. Yeah, you do.
To everybody.
I was like, look, so guess what? Nothing in life is free. But yeah, so birthday this year for sure is, we have a lot of different things to consider. But, you know, if I do something probably golf related, I'd like to do something where I can get just low effort, chill, come out, have a good time, no stress, go hit some golf balls, drink.
Yeah, I never do shit for my birthday usually at my big age, but I do feel like I should do something this year. Not for any particular reason. Not because it's a substantial date or anything or a number. I just want to do something, right? So I might just, you know, I was sending out some feeler texts availability of the homies the other day. Keep it like a 10 to 20 range of people because there's like a hibachi group DM me.
Ooh.
And they do go to your house hibachi situation.
That sounds so cool.
Yeah, it looks great. So I figure, okay, instead of doing a big dinner, which I hate because it's annoying.
It's annoying.
I might do a little Airbnb, have the homies come over during the day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Respectable hours.
Respectable hours. Well, here's the plan. Let me break down the whole plan for you, Nikki,
Let me
because
hear it.
at this point, it's probably either went down or it didn't, all right?
Okay.
Get this Airbnb from like noon to 6 to give people time to pop in and out if they wish. And here's why the timing is ideal, all right? Get an Airbnb close to my house. We put the babies down for their naps around noon, okay? So I can help chill with bedtime, nap time around noon, all right? Now, the children will be asleep probably from around 12 to 2, 12 to 3-ish. So now, Chia can either chill with the babies during nap, or we can have the nanny come through and the nanny can chill with the babies while they nap.
Mm-hmm.
And then from 12 to 3, I will have optimal get drunk with the homies or just sit with the homies, baby-free time, okay? At this cool Airbnb, great view, okay? And a pool. Chill with the homies for a few hours. The babies will wake up. If they happen to wake up earlier, the Airbnb is close, 5 minutes away. We can pop in, scoop them up, bring them to the Airbnb to kick it from there from 3 to 6. Baby time. They can chill in the pool. They can run around with all the homies.
Yeah.
And then hibachi will pop in around 4, do a little show, cook food for everybody, and we'll have a nice little fun little afternoon, day, 6 o'clock, take all the babies 5 minutes away home, get them ready for dinner time, end of my birthday.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
Like, I want to do that. That sounds so fun.
Well, if you're in town March 8th, pull up.
I was like, oh my God, did I just get invited? Thanks. Sorry that I assumed that I was invited.
Of course
already.
you. Well, I mean, you know, I don't hit you with because you live far and shit. So
Nah, birthdays are different.
But
No, but that sounds really cool.
I got a question for you now.
Okay.
Now that you said that and what you said before and something that I'm noticing and you being a part of this world, right? So BBLs are going away.
Right?
Girls are like dissolving that fat. It's not a thing anymore.
Right.
Do we think being a baddie is going to go away at some time? Because that is the reason your birthday was shit.
Yeah.
Everybody's a baddie.
Yeah.
You enjoying what he just said right now is like, oh, okay, that gives me a little bit of hope. Because I like attractive women. I do not like bad bitches. I'm never going for that. And that's no offense to any lady that I have approached. I just see you as an attractive woman. If you consider yourself a bad bitch, stop responding to me. I'm not a fan.
Right.
Do you think we'll have a time where it's like, you know what? I'm tired of this persona. I just want to be a person.
The bad bitch persona and the stigma and all the things that come along with it.
Yeah.
Yes. The I shouldn't have to pay for shit. Where's my Birkin?
Mm-hmm. All of it. You know what it is.
In all honesty, no. I feel like it's just regional. It will become certain areas and certain looks. You'll just understand what you're getting. But I do believe that there are a lot more women that are attractive, that are leaning into personality and being honest about what they really want versus just doing shit for show. A lot of bad bitches are in Miami. So if you go to Miami and you're trying to look for substance, that's going to be hard. If you go to LA and which I do believe that there are beautiful women that have personalities, but for the most part, a lot of them are here for certain things. They left there.
Hollywood.
You know, Hollywood. Let's get specific. Hollywood. They left their respected areas to come here. So any city that's like a destination, you're going to get bad bitches.
Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
You know what I mean? You might catch one or two. Out there, but for the most part, I do believe that it's like, you can see a bad bitch and understand what you're going to get. Then you can also see an attractive woman. And as soon as you start speaking, you can tell the difference. I do believe that it is dying down a bit more. I feel like celebrities, of course, we're looking towards them to kind of start making the trend. Right now, what is her name? Oh, her name just escaped me. Beautiful skier. She's 22. She's so articulate. She just was talking. She just won a bunch of medals. Anyways,
we ain't been watching the winter.
Sorry, but there's a lot of beautiful, athletic, intelligent women just coming out and being more present and showing that just having looks is literally probably the least interesting thing about them. And I feel like that's what's coming next. That being pretty is going to be so basic. Being beautiful is obtainable. That's you're $1,000 away from having the face you want, you know, depending on where you go. But having substance is going to be hard to find. And I believe that people are going to want to start seeing more depth because now beauty is everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like
it's more easily attainable.
The BBLs, right? Like, we'll say it like this. A bitch with a fat ass is everywhere, right? Whether it's homegrown or store-bought. Now they're interchangeable. You can't tell the difference. So
some good BBLs out there. That's true.
There's some really good BBLs out there. But now the person that had the body already and had to develop the personality and go through whatever she went through, that's somebody who is going to be different than the person that just bought it. And you're going to start to see the difference with women. There's going to be a lot of women that don't have much substance and are only there for the look, and more people are going to see through that. And those that are just like, hey, yeah, I'm attractive, blessed, thank you, but I had to develop a personality and I value personal relationships and building character and my morals are different. You're going to be able to appreciate that more in the future. And I think that's where we're going. You're never getting rid of the baddie or the bad bitch because there's plenty of men that like that.
Yeah.
Because a woman that's a baddie is easy to maintain if you have money because that's all you have to do. She doesn't care about your life. She doesn't care about your morals or anything you got going on with your day. She cares about the Birkin. She cares about her injectables getting taken care of, her Pilates class being paid for, her rent, and her car note. That's a woman that's easy to maintain, honestly, if you have the funds.
If you have the funds.
Yeah. Right, here we go. If you have the funds, that's a woman that's easy to obtain.
Yeah.
But a woman that just so happens to look like a baddie because she's attractive, but cares about more depth and substance and what do you bring, what are you bringing as a human being to this relationship? That guy can't afford her because he doesn't have the emotional bank account to pay for that. You know what I mean? Like, so there are going to be guys that can want to stay there and women for that. And there's going to be guys that want substance and there's a woman for that.
When I first started bringing Chia to like different events and shit in LA, she was like, why do all the girls look the same?
Yeah.
She's like, it's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Go.
It's cool because like, you said, I do fall into I can look like a baddie. Like full blown, if wherever we need to be, I can for sure blend into that scene. And then I start talking And then I get questioned a lot, like, okay, so Super Bowl was in San Francisco.
Oh yeah, tell us
Yeah.
about that.
Super
After
Bowl
you
was-
say what you gotta say.
Yeah, Super Bowl was in San Francisco. And there's, of course, like, there's more. Can I have some, please?
Yes, this was.
Oh, thank
I'm
you.
grabbing your cup to throw it away, alcohol.
Thank you. A lot of celebrities in the Bay. They aren't aware that there are some really, really pretty women in the Bay that are in these spaces because, like, yeah, we don't have any events going on ever, and a homeboy invited you out or whatever, so you're there, and they start talking to you a type of way and start probing at you and trying to see, like, are you a baddie or are you just a girl who's pretty?
Right.
And I was talking to somebody that's pretty known, and they have their own thing. I'll tell you guys off camera. And the way he was talking to me, it was one of those where I was like, oh, you think I'm a hoe? You know, like straight up, just talking to me like, you know, so why are you here? What do you do? Who do you know? Like, oh, I bet somebody paid for all of that, or I bet somebody bought that necklace you got. Or
he was saying all that?
Yes. Yeah. And I was laughing. I was like, hey, you know your podcast that you're on, right? And he goes, huh? I go, yeah, the podcast that you're on. Yeah, your wife was speaking so highly of you on the episode that started circulating. I really love how she spoke, like that you breathed life into her and all this other stuff. That's interesting because you're doing none of that right now. And he was like, well, I was like, yeah, I've had a podcast and I've been doing it for 7 years. And he's like, wait, what? I go, yeah, you got to stop talking to women like there's nothing in there sometimes. Like, I get what you're doing, but also like pick and choose.
Yeah, I mean, yes, definitely that. I do understand where he was coming from, though, because the ones that are that, they're that, and it's not like a, hey, I'm just a girl out here. They're out there actively just trying to get some shit. So these dudes, they feel them dudes be feeling used. So it's like, okay, well, you using me, I'm gonna use you.
So
I'm not gonna respect you. And it's just
like,
it's all gross.
There's certain situations where I'm like, I get it.
Yeah.
Like I understand. But
him coming up to you,
he came up to
crazy.
me, sat next to me, and started asking all these questions. Cause I'm like, cause the place we were at was a private event. So it was like, you did have to know somebody to get there. And so, but at the same time, I was like, sir, you're not in, read the room. You're not in LA. You're not in Miami. Nobody here has a BBL. Like, nobody here is giving titties or whatever.
Those girls are everywhere.
and at the same time, it's like...
And I'm not excusing him. I'm just saying.
Yeah, because I'm saying, like, if you're in these situations and you understand why the girls might be there and why the dudes might be there, ain't no need to be rude.
Yeah.
Don't be rude.
We all understand.
Right.
So I've talked to a dude about this, right? Because I have the same question. Why?
Yeah.
What's the point of that energy, right? And it's kind of like these are people who want to be like that. And now I'm in a
100%.
place where I feel like I can, so I'm going to do it, right? The subject we were talking about, though, was like strip clubs. I never understand why dudes go to the strip clubs and be disrespectful, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, I mean, well, this is a place of debauchery. Why not
Oh my
be?
God,
And I'm just like, so I'm like, is that how people see these places? Like, okay, they do bad things in there, so I'm gonna go there and also be bad because this is where you can do that.
Right.
And that, I think that's the vibe of a lot of these people, right? Because the women that are what he thought you were will take everything he said. Because in their head, I'm going to get some money out of him.
Right,
at the
could
end
have
of
flipped
this.
it.
Right,
It doesn't fucking
because
matter.
you just gave me side note, like you gave me all the signs of what you were looking for. And that's the thing, because one, I do understand game, which is hilarious because when guys talk, I'm like, oh, someone's going to take all your money.
Yeah.
Like someone is going to, and I was like, and it's going to be her. Because she's going to see me push you off and then be like, ding, ding, ding.
But they don't care about that because they think a dude with money who's like that feels powerful.
Yeah.
Me giving you this money and getting what I want, that's me doing something powerful right there.
Exactly.
I'm able to get whatever the fuck I want because I have this. He doesn't think of it as she took my money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So on both sides, it's like I win. Everybody feels like they won. So yeah, they think it's like this even exchange.
Mm-hmm.
I get to be a shitty human being to you because you're
That's
going to
what
be
I'm
a
paying for.
shitty human
Yeah.
being to me. We both going to get what we want, and that's the end of it.
And that's why baddie culture is never going to go away. It just comes in different fonts. There's going to be different ways, because even the girl that's like, I want the soft life with the Porsche and the Pilates. So how do
She's
you?
speaking in Comic Sans.
but it's like, but they're still doing something to get what they want. It's just in a different way.
Now, so my reason for asking the question to begin with, though, is those girls. Because those girls will live a double life. If they find some just regular dude who may have a decent career and salary, that's...
What?
Hello.
What are you doing? We're recording.
So, I'm so sorry.
What are you doing? Get out.
I'm so sorry.
Do we know him?
No.
Okay. He thought we were just chilling.
But the jiggling of the door for like a good amount of time, he had been trying to unlock that. The door was locked for a reason.
That's another producer. That's never happened before.
That's great. We love it. That's hilarious. Welcome to the new studio.
Everybody's fired. I don't even remember what the fuck I was saying.
That was so good.
I will say this. My homegirl, All-Star Weekend was in LA, right? She was like, you going to any parties? I was like, no, I am avoiding All-Star Weekend as much as I can. If it's in LA and it's in LA, I'm avoiding it. If I'm not, you know what I'm saying? She's like, LOL, why? I'm like, ain't nothing there for me.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I remember what I was
Continue your
saying.
point.
Okay, because then I'll hop on that.
There are these girls who you don't know if she's just a beautiful woman or a bad bitch.
Facts.
And she will be both, depending on what she can find. So she can find a dude who just has a little something going for himself and who's willing to do what he can to give her whatever type of lifestyle she's trying to live.
Yep.
And he's thinking like, yo, I got me a bad one. We locked in, this, and this. But she's still open
To the
to
next.
the baller,
Yeah.
to the shitty dude who's going to give more.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, is that ever going to die? Because the part I'm talking about isn't the look. It's the mindset.
Yeah,
And
the
what they're
opportunist.
trying to gain because of how they look.
And I don't think that's ever going to go away.
Yeah,
I think
I agree.
that is a part of, it's so ingrained, right? It goes so far back to how people viewed marriage and like a relationship and just all of that dynamic. And to go on we had Super Bowl and I went out because it was in my city. Then, of course, All-Star was down this way. And same question, are you going? No, I don't need, my biggest thing was, I understand the dynamic of All-Star Weekend.
Exactly.
I get it. And if I'm in the same room as all those people, I understand why you would talk to me, treat me, or look at me a certain type of way. And I've only did one All-Star Weekend, and that was when it was in the Bay. And even with the Super Bowl, it was just because I'm out of location. I know people that have flown to different cities to get chose. And it's so wild to me because that's like a tell, right? Like if I see you here, or where'd you meet her? Where'd you meet her is how they talk amongst each other.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? It's like, where'd you meet her?
I'll take it next level. I've had homies who like, before they try to smash a girl that they've met, they'll see I'm in the followers or whatever.
Yeah.
They'll text me, have you smashed?
Yeah.
Just to double check.
100%. It's and a lot of those people that are there, one, everybody's going for the same thing. All-Star Weekend, Super Bowl, any major sporting event essentially is like Vegas for a lot of these people, right?
Especially the people that aren't going to the game.
Yes.
You just came to the city.
Yeah.
You just came to the city to go to the parties, which is like,
Look,
cool.
if I was single, and someone hit me up for an All-Star Weekend after party or to go, like, I probably would have popped in, of course, like just because. But and I make the joke all the time whenever the homies or whoever, the extended homies, because the homies know I'm not about to be outside. But the extended homies who are like, yo, you trying to go this and that? I'm like, and I make the joke, I'm like, hey, look, bro, if I'm not trying to smash nothing, why am I out? And it's to an extent, it's a joke, right? Because yes, I do like to go out and dance to some music on occasion, right? But it's like, honestly, it's like All-Star Weekend, and my homegirl was like, LOL, why? Why are you avoiding that? I'm like, bro, honestly, like, it's a bunch of it's a bunch of IG girls out there trying to get pregnant.
Yes.
And it's a bunch of dudes trying to flex like they got money, whether they got it or not. It's like, if I'm out and I'm actually networking because I feel like it might be potential for some business or money out there, I'm out. But like at an all-star weekend, ain't no one about that shit
No.
for real.
Yeah.
It's no
No.
reason for me to be there.
I will say the difference between Super Bowl and All-Star Weekend is dramatic.
I
Yo,
was actually gonna say drugs.
No, drugs. No, it's dramatic because like Super Bowl is such a star-studded type of thing. You have some of the biggest names in the world that go for the Super Bowl. And there was definitely one of the spaces that I was in and I was like, oh yeah, this isn't like you can't get in if you're just like trying to get in. Like you couldn't. They were making people wait outside. It was crazy. But then you're in the room and the way that everybody's acting is because everybody's somebody. And there's a difference between being in a room where everybody's somebody versus there's a whole bunch of nobodies trying to find somebodies. All-Star Weekend
That's a bar.
is a bunch of nobodies trying to find somebodies and get chose versus like Super Bowl is prestige. There's just a different class level.
And look, if that's the time of your life, that's great.
It's so much fun.
That's great. You'll be out there like fucking
So
wear your
much fun.
chain. You know what I'm saying? Find somebody to buy you the bag. That's amazing. Have sex with each other unprotected. That's great.
And that's where babies come from. And
And that's where child support comes from.
yeah,
That's
and
the
that's
goal.
also why if you go out during All-Star Weekend, wrap up, fellas. That's the advice to you.
But everybody knows if she's super pretty, she's clean. If
That's-
she's very, very pretty and has a little bit some freckles, she's probably clean. You know? That's just kind
It's
of
always worked out for me. Well, I ain't never had an STD.
it's science.
In
I ain't
science.
never had an STD. I never met a condom. That's a joke. That's a joke.
All right. So when people start knocking on your door, are you my dad?
I don't finish.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Stroke 'em condom style, man. Yeah, ain't shit for me out there.
No, there's not. There's not. But hey, good times were had.
Hey, speaking of, Veda is a Bad Bunny fan now.
Bad Bunny?
Since the Super Bowl.
Since
Because, you know, me and Chia were like hyped to watch. Let's watch it. Even though we don't listen to Bad Bunny like that, you know, we might know a song or two. We're like, yeah, let's put on the halftime show, of course. And then, so Veda is locked in because we're locked in. And for a week, 2 weeks after that, she's like, can we watch Bad Bunny? Just the Super Bowl performance. She wants to watch that shit, you know? So now she thinks she's Puerto Rican.
Yeah, she speaks Spanish now. She loves Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. Hey. So that's adorable.
It is so cute.
And speaking of the Super Bowl, I have a Tim's top 3.
Wow!
It has nothing to do with the Super Bowl.
No, that's perfectly fine.
But you know what you do during the Super Bowl? You eat snacks.
Love snacks.
And I have Tim's top 3 childhood snacks.
Oh.
That'd be some stupid.
No.
Duckaroos. Duckaroos.
Stupider. Fucking bananas and cheese. Shit.
So dumb.
Look.
And a Dorito.
Look,
And a fucking goldfish.
okay. First of all, have
They're
I made
all on the list.
have I made
Licorice
you
dipped in the butt.
what? What dipped in a butt?
Licorice.
Dipped in a butt is hilarious. That's what takes a funny thing and makes it an extra funny thing.
Man. Oh.
Dipped in a butt. That's great. First of all, have I made you try the Dorito with the cheese and the banana
No.
yet? Bang bang. Next month we're doing it. I whittled this down to 4 because I thought is one of these a little too generic. So this is Tim's top 4 childhood snacks. All right.
Calling it top 3 and then having different numbers is going to be hilarious.
You should have just said bonus, but you know,
Here's
that's
my
fine.
here's number 4 on my top 3. Because it's just it's a generic thing. I just feel like we all eat this, but I loved these growing up. It's just string cheese.
Oh.
I would fuck up some string cheese all the time. Okay. Do y'all
He
enjoy
doesn't
string
string
cheese?
it though.
Wait, you don't string your cheese?
I am a string cheese biter. Yes, I am.
That boy
Wait.
chomp.
I
He got
chomp-
chomp cheese.
Yes.
Makes that.
Rick used to call it that all the time. Chomp cheese.
You don't even feel it?
Hey, yo, let me get a chomp cheese. Hey, Aki, let me get the chomp cheese.
Oh my God, you don't string your cheese?
I don't know if I was just always been, I don't know, maybe looking back, maybe it's the ADHD. Who got time to peel the shit? I would peel a little bit and then eventually I'm chomping away, all right?
Okay.
Number 3, ham and cheese rolled up in a tortilla is what I would do a whole lot of. I roll a lot of things up in a tortilla,
Why are
okay?
you laughing so much?
I do
Some bullshit.
I do peanut butter and jelly in a tortilla, and I would do the ham and cheese in a tortilla a lot.
He's talking about baddies and all this. He said, and I love my little wraps.
It's just, it's more, it's less effort than a sandwich. And you roll and go, you can just hold it.
Yeah. Love a little roll up. Oof.
Number 2, in the same vein, Lunchables.
Wait, which ones?
Okay, here's the thing. Here's the Lunchables lore, okay? I thought I was grown as shit when my parents started I would get the adult Lunchables, which would come with
XL.
Dijon mustard.
Yeah.
And instead of a little
ham.
instead of a regular chocolate, you would get the little Andes mint. Okay. Everybody would come out with their regular ass basic Lunchables. I'm like, oh, y'all still on that? I got the adult Dijon mustard. Okay?
Yeah.
Longer crackers.
Damn.
Talking early NBA shit, them long crackers. You feel me?
They got a box of Larry Birds. Oh shit. I hope everybody got that when you first said it.
If they get it then, they'll get it now. Oh, man. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's getting clipped just for me. Oh, fuck, that's so stupid. Oh. Okay.
Number 3.
Number one. Number 1. And I debated doing the Doritos with the Kraft singles with banana, but then I said never mind. This is Asian shit. The shrimp chips.
Oh, I love shrimp chips.
I fuck with the shrimp
And they
chips.
stick
all
to your
day.
tongue.
Oh man, they're so good. And here's the thing though, like Veda is fighting the Asian in her, okay? Because she loves seaweed packets and shit like that. But then when it comes to fishy smelling things, she hasn't completely like embraced it yet. Because whenever I'm eating anything with any type of fish sauce in it, she's like, "What's that? That stinks," right? But then the shrimp chips,
Racist.
the shrimp chips, she likes it. But then she'll be like, "It kind of smells like fish. I don't like that." But I'm like, "Baby girl, this is a part of you, okay? You're a half Thai girl. You got fish sauce running through your blood, homie."
Yeah.
And she is totally gonna be a sushi girl.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like weaning her into it at this point, you know, like she likes rice. She likes seaweed. She likes salmon. And I've been like, to get her to eat the seaweed and all together, I'm like, hey, make little tacos. You know what I'm saying? Then I had to be like, baby girl, look, this is like a sushi wrap, you know? So I'm getting her into it because she is a picky eater. You feel me? Nikki Blades, how old were you? Because you said you kind of became a foodie because your dad was always taking you to like nice restaurants and shit like that, right? At what point did you start to embrace the bougie part of your taste bud situation?
Very early on. Very, very, very early. That was the thing. It's like my grandma was pretty bougie. My dad, especially when it came to food, like everything around food. Granted, I do believe that everyone in my family has an eating disorder.
Okay, fire.
I truly, strongly believe that they gave us some complexes.
So a bunch of bad bitches. I'm just like, that's a joke. That's a joke. Eating disorder. Don't do that.
It wasn't the good one. It was eat this order, eat that order.
Yes, okay, it's expensive. But growing up, food was always
Not the good one.
good ones. This whole episode's gonna be like, damn. We gonna have to send out some formal apologies.
I'm about to go puke right now. But I had it to give.
Okay, come on. Everybody had these eating disorders.
Okay. So very early on, getting to eat good food was a priority because we couldn't afford it. So like it was understanding the difference between the two, right? So you understand like quality. Here's your, food stamps food. And then here's like when we go out and this is what it's all like. So I would say I never, there was always like, oh, that's nice. Or, oh, this is expensive. Or, oh, this is quality. I don't know a time that wasn't a thing. Like my mom, she used to tell me, she's like, she used to cut the crust off my bread, for sure.
I do that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then in order to get me to eat like vegetables and certain like things, because I grew up eating a lot of seafood and really ate really well, she'd be like, if you don't eat it, you're going to be ugly.
Hey, that might be immigrant mom shit, man.
Yeah, my mom used to tell me, she's like, if you keep sucking your thumb, you're going to look like a rabbit. And I was like, oh, no. And I stopped. And then she's like, if you don't eat your vegetables, you're going to be ugly. And that, like, my mom would say, like, that was the easiest way to get me to do everything. And I say it still works to this
So
day.
you was vain as a child.
As a child.
And they picked up on it.
They gave it to me. Yo, they gave it to me. That was not something I chose. It was like, you have to do this and you have to do that. And you got to stand up straight and take care of your skin. And if you're not, you're going to be ugly. Terrified of being ugly.
And I tell you this, on the same wavelength, but conversely, my mom would be like, you better eat your vegetables or the girls won't like you because you won't be cute.
See?
Eat your tomatoes. It'll be good for your skin and it'll make you cute so the girls will like you. My mom is the one that made me a womanizer, not me.
My parents made me vain. They were like, you're so pretty, you're so this, but you're going to be ugly.
How about that? Your parents made you the object of the male gaze, and my parents made me the gazer. A gaze. They made me a gaze.
They made you a gaze. You're a gaze.
Yeah.
I think it's because we know it's in us even as little. I did that to Q the other day when he wouldn't let me cut his hair.
Oh.
He told me, what's his little friend name? Delilah or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
I was like, Delilah's not going to like it if you don't let me finish it. It looks funny right now. And Tia joined in on it.
Yeah.
And he came in and let me do a little bit more.
He was like, word? You
Damn,
right.
Let me get right.
He got to school like, notice anything, Delilah?
You think I'm handsome? But yeah, that was what my mom and my parents did to get me to do certain things. So I was always a little bougie, always a little into fashion, always into like taking care of myself. My mom said that I would go to the doctor's office and schedule my own visits. Like I used to go up to the front and be like, what else do I need?
I mean, shit, you've been hopping on planes as a 1-year-old.
Yeah, seriously.
Walking to school
I've been very independent.
with your umbilical cord still on and shit.
My mom told me the day my sister was born, I told my dad, okay, I'm over it and take me home.
Yeah.
And they took me home.
That's hilarious.
I was like, Mom, you let dad. She's like, you threw a fit. You said you didn't want your sister. And you asked your dad. You didn't ask. She said, I said, okay, I'm done here. Take me home. And I got taken home the day that my sister was born because I was mad that my mom made another one.
Fucking hater.
Bro. Go ahead. No, you go. Go.
Okay, so I got a question for y'all, right? Because y'all both like the bougie shit,
Yeah.
right? I remember when yours started. You say yours was from a child, right? Do you think it's possible that them making it very evident to you that this is better stuff, be aware of it, made you feel like, okay, I like this, as opposed to actually liking the taste or things like that?
Yeah, 100%. Because now I'm thinking, oh, well, the people with money they like this. So then I want to be a person with money, so I should like this. Like when you talk about things being an acquired taste, you're acquiring it because you're adapting you're forcing yourself to like it essentially. Yeah. So yeah, the influence of, the people with money do this, this, and this. And if you want to look a certain way, you eat X, Y, and Z. 100%. Now I'm at a point to where I like what I like and I don't eat what I don't like. But a lot of it has to do with what it makes me feel.
I don't know. Let me ask you this first. Well, no, let me answer your question, then you tell me. I think for me, because I credit a lot of my taste for bougie things to the buffets that we would go to, specifically Todai and Cerritos.
Todai. I've been to Todai.
Have you? Well, I mean, it's a chain, so
Yeah, but I've been to Todai.
And also, I mean, we would go special occasion to this champagne brunch in Long Beach. Okay, and that was my first time really having caviar because I was scooping a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? My parents weren't like caviar people, but I was like, what is this? So I put a little caviar on a cracker. I'm like, oh, I like this, right? But I don't necessarily agree because when you're at a buffet, everything is there. You feel me? Whether it's fried chicken or caviar or crab legs, I was just eating everything. But the buffet was a special occasion to an extent. But I think not necessarily. I think my mom just really got me liking salty food. Probably why my cholesterol's up. Because like I was always putting soy sauce and everything, and she was always giving me the good steak and the fatty part of steak, even when we were eating at home. You feel me? So, but as far as like caviar goes, I don't know if I necessarily related it to bougie yet, because it was there. You know what I'm saying?
Because like my when I knew the difference between eating because I'm hungry and eating for like we were like again. Broke, you understand broke meals and then the fancy stuff. So our difference was like when we would go to the buffets, I loved like steamed carrots, mashed potatoes, the whatever meat they had, because we didn't eat those types of things. We ate a lot of like Hawaiian food. So when we would have white people food, that was like we would call it that. Like even pancakes for us growing up was something that we didn't eat pancakes for breakfast. We had a pancake bar. And we made toppings and it was like white people dinner, because we just didn't grow up. We had Spam, eggs, and rice. That's breakfast. And then eating, a lot of steak and, Hawaiian food. So there was levels to it. Us going out to eat buffet style was either the seafood one. Not a lot of people in our family ate a lot of seafood. So it was like dad and I. But then everybody else, we'd go to like hometown buffet and fuck it up.
I love it.
Yeah. Just asking because I'm just wondering about the psychology of all that shit. Because when I look at it from a bunch of different lenses, right? For a lot of people, McDonald's is that shit.
Right.
Because
McDonald's money. Yeah.
And it was at one point in time.
And then I think about how much I loved Red Lobster as a kid. Because that's a sit down.
Right.
But now, I mean, I would still eat some Red Lobster.
100%.
Probably.
Call us.
But I'm probably going to be laughing at it. Like, I understand boiling crab is a much better option
Okay.
than, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm just wondering how much that played a role. Because I remember we would go certain places that were clearly expensive and the shit was whack. Small ass portions, didn't taste good, under seasoned, all of that shit. You'd be like, what the fuck? Why did I pay all this money for this?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to Taco Bell to get filled up. But then as money grew, certain people was like, nah, I like that shit.
Yeah, because of who I was around at such a young age and understanding like tax bracket very early on and knowing that I was going to be put in rooms with people who had a lot of money, there was, for my dad and my grandma, really, they made a lot of, they wanted me to be educated on these things so that when I was in those rooms, I wasn't green. And I'd be able to sit at the table and have the conversation. So we had it was almost like separate outings for that. It was like, hey, you're about to, you don't have money. There was always very clear that we didn't have it. You don't have it, but you're going to be around people who do. This is what they're talking about. This is what it tastes like. This is what it is. So that you're never really impressed by it. It was more along those lines.
And I'll say this too. I feel like, when I'm younger, because I remember being at the buffet spots and like making fun of a bougie plate with my parents, being like, oh, Dad, look at this, right? I put like a little crab leg shell and drizzle a little sauce, be like, oh, it's $50 at a bougie spot, right? But I do feel like as I got older and like my appreciation for food changed and maybe my taste buds changed, where I'm like, okay, now this dessert is too sweet for me, right? Or where I was going to like, when I'm ordering Philadelphia rolls and California rolls, I'm drenching it in soy sauce. But now if I'm at the bougie or sushi spot and I haven't had this kind of tuna before, I'm like, oh, let me taste it without all the soy sauce. I'm like, oh, this doesn't need all that soy sauce.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like now that I can afford the uppity shit and I can really taste the uppity shit, I can appreciate the uppity shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all just interesting to me because like shit like that is probably cured. so it's salty enough.
Oh,
It's
right,
not
like he doesn't need it.
Right,
Oh,
a
right,
better
right,
grade.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just they did a little something more to it, or like there's more fucking butter going into some shit
Yeah.
at a fancy
Right.
place,
No,
and it's not
Yeah.
being healthier at all. But
Right.
you're just like, oh yeah, see, you don't need all that.
You don't
Nah,
need- yeah.
You do.
I mean,
They just
shit.
didn't make you put it on yourself.
I mean, look, you're making fair points. You're making fair points. But I mean, like Lil Wayne said, the GOAT.
Yeah.
When you get rich, then asparagus is yummy. That's fact.
And let me tell you, I don't think I will ever be rich. I hate motherfucking asparagus, boy.
Counterpoint. At my brokest with my family, I've always liked asparagus. So
I think asparagus is delicious.
The flavor or the fact that it did funny things to your pee?
both.
Ah.
Both. Because my mom would always whip with some asparagus and I always liked it. And yes, I also liked that it did funny things to my pee. So
I hate asparagus so much.
Damn.
It's healthy, so I make myself eat it. But I hate it so much that I eat it first.
get out the
let me
way.
just get it out the way, and then I'll have my
Damn,
protein.
that's
it's
crazy.
so fucking gross.
But on some bougie shit, you're like bacon wrapped asparagus with the fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, none of it's good to me. But I eat it because I know the health.
The health benefits.
Is it
Yeah.
healthy like that? I didn't even know. I just like it.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, Nikki Blades, I'm sure I've shared this fact before, but you know how asparagus makes your pee smell funny?
Oh, yeah. Tell me.
Well, what were you about to say?
It doesn't make your pee. It makes. There's only certain people that can
you remember.
smell it.
Bang, bang.
Yes.
And if you don't remember, you should be watching No Chaser more, goddammit.
Because that's the only place to learn things.
About asparagus ever. Yeah, man. Now we can end it. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching another episode
Of the world's top asparagus podcast.
Yes.
the only place for asparagus facts.
Let's go. Also, another asparagus fact: they have an asparagus festival in Stockton, California.
Really?
They do. They
Boom.
have an asparagus festival.
I'm there, brother.
Yeah.
Okay. Googling it right after this.
Yep.
Thank y'all for watching the No Chaser podcast. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
Bye.